So we're on part 3 of the kitchen tour. There is still another couple of cupboards to go. But today it's kind of sweet things, smoothie stuff and baking stuff. It's kind of like a weird mishmash in there. So I'm going to start off with like nuts and seeds and things. This is a mix that we brought back from Japan with us. It is black sesame and toasted soybean, I think that's what it is. It's definitely black sesame, but the idea is you have like mochi and you kind of toss it in that and it's all nutty and lovely. On the subject of powders, this is a chia seed powder that a friend of mine gave me to play with, which I've not really used much, but it's very nutty. It's quite an interesting one to use that. I've got... what's this? Actual chia seeds. So I've got chia seed powder and actual chia seeds. So for making chia pudding, which we're both quite a fan of. We have got, this is the last of my flaxseed. I use this sometimes in cakes. I also use it in pancakes. So it's in an old mayo bottle, but I've not got much of it. So that'll need replacing soon. Sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, just for general use really. While this is kind of like my sweet cupboard, I do keep a lot of kind of nuts in there which are used for savoury things too. Sunflower seeds, which get used in bread and in salads. What else have I got? Oh, desiccated coconut. This gets used in curries, in sweet things. I make chutney with it. It's in an old German curry spread sauce jar. I do love a good jar. The last of the peanuts. Again, this is something that is almost out, so I'll probably need to get some more at some point soon. Roasted almonds, which are just quite nice as a snack. They don't tend to go in much, but they could go on something instead of peanuts. Crunchy coconut peanuts. These were brought back from London because I can't seem to find them here, and I absolutely love them. And crunchy peanut butter, which is a staple really. I put it in curries. Leo loves it on toast. We use peanut butter quite a lot. And next on to dried fruit. So we've got some dried apricots. I am not a huge dried fruit fan, but we do have quite a bit. So the apricots are good for curries, like as in blended up, not as in chunky, because chunks of fruit in curries, bleh, nope. This is dried mixed fruit, which Leo has in his porridge. There are also some currants, which I completely forgot about. I thought we'd run out, so I bought Leo some dried mixed fruit. Turns out we've already got currants. Again, they are for Leo's porridges for his work. We've got banana chips, which I am a huge fan of. I love these. I love them in cereal. So that's my kind of department. We've also got dates. Now we get these from the local Middle Eastern supermarket, McBall's, and you can see it's $2.99 for a whole kilogram of dates, and you can't really go wrong for that. So we tend to buy one of those once a year, and that will last us through the entire year. What else have we got? Not quite a fruit, but hibiscus. So that gets made into tea sometimes. It's quite nice. You can make a jelly with it actually, or a pudding, or yeah, hibiscus. Technically a fruit. We've got sun-dried tomatoes. They should really go in the other cupboard, but it just seems to fit in with all the dried stuff, so that's why they're in this cupboard. Cocoa nibs, which are also great on cereal. You can put them in cakes. You could just eat them by the handful. They're awesome. And some cocoa butter. My friend Lisa gave me this when she moved, and I've not really used it. It's sat in my cupboard ever since. I don't know if it has like a date where it goes out, but I was thinking of using it to make some lip balm rather than actually eating it. So as soon as I'm out of lip balm, that's probably where that's going to go. Now we're on to powders. So we've got citric acid. I am a big fan of things like lemon drizzle cake, like lemon things, but it's got to be sour lemon, and that just helps give it that kick. Primrose Kitchen beetroot seed sprinkle. This goes into smoothies, so everything else here is pretty much like a smoothie powder. So we have that. If we've just got like a plain banana one, we'll pop some of that in. Spirulina, sometimes we have that in smoothies. I've put it in bread as well before, so that's quite a nice kind of all-rounder. It's also nice in ice cream. This is my favourite for smoothies, maca powder. Maca with banana and beetroot is my favorite smoothie ever. It's so quick and simple, and I love the flavor of maca. So that one's yeah, very popular. We've now got quite a lot of stuff from bulk powders. Now I used to buy more from them, and I've kind of fallen out of the habit of buying it, but their stuff is pretty bloody good. I've got matcha green tea powder. Now this is cooking matcha powder for me rather than the drinking stuff, because I've got like good drinking stuff. Baobab powder, which again is for smoothies. You could also put it in like a chia pudding, I guess. And acai berry powder. Is that how you say it? Acai? Yeah, that one. You can see it, which I haven't opened yet. But again, that's going to be for smoothies and for maybe chia puddings. Now we go to the other end of the healthy scale, to sugars. All of the sugars. We've got white sugar, which tends to be used for baking. We've got brown sugar, which is my sugar of choice. If I'm going to have anything, I prefer the kind of the more caramelly brown sugar. What else have we got? This is saffron rock sugar. So we got that from a place called Psopolis in London a long time ago. And it's just like a nice little bit extra for mint teas. Agave nectar, in case we don't actually want like proper, I'm going to get like sugar headache sugar. Now, while this says fruit syrup on it, it's actually maple syrup, because I got a bumper, something like 4-litre jug of it from work, and we're still working our way through it. That is coconut sugar. So we've got quite a lot of different types of sugar going on here. Icing sugar. Now, again, this will easily last me a year, because I don't cook a hell of a lot at home when it comes to cakes. So that goes a long way. And that is the blueberry syrup that we picked up on our M&S haul, which we haven't opened yet. Now we're onto the proper baking stuff. So we've got, I found this, which should really be with the smoothie stuff, blueberry powder from Arctic Power. Arctic Power. We picked that up in Whole Foods in London. More agar. So this is flakes as opposed to like the big stuff that is in the other cupboard that we saw. Now Leo uses this in his vegan flan. I've used it to make jelly. It does have quite a few uses. Cream of tartare, I don't use a hell of a lot. I think I bought it to make snickerdoodles. I think maybe I've put it in scones before, but it doesn't get used a hell of a lot, that one. Bicarbonate of soda gets used quite a bit more. That goes in cakes, and it also goes in... What else does it go in? It goes in a few things. That tends to be my go-to at the moment. Baking powder also gets used, but not quite as much. There was a few things I wanted to make recently with baking powder, but I can't remember for the life of me what they are right now. Cocoa powder. Now, a friend of mine gave me a huge bag of this, so I've kind of decanted a little bit into a jar and put it in the cupboard, because I use it for brownies and things like that. Dried yeast, because we do make our own bread quite a lot, so we'll use that. I also make sweet buns, so that's what that gets used for. Custard powder. This is effectively corn flour, but this is like a sweet version, so you can use that in things like Leo's flan. He'll use that. And then we've got the corn flour, which is the kind of non-flavoured version, so you can put it in savoury or sweet dishes. So I use that sometimes to thicken a sauce, like a savoury noodle Chinese style sauce. And we've got the bottles. So we've got vanilla bean paste. So if you're going to have vanilla, use really good vanilla. Either that or I just won't bother. That's personally what I do. French almond extract. So I make a frangipan, a vegan frangipan. So normally put a little bit of that in there just to give it a bit more oomph. This is, Valencian orange extract. I used this to make orange chai brownies, which, yeah, it was good. It gives you extra kind of punch just from, instead of just using the zest. Salted caramel flavour. Again, I make a salted caramel cake at work. I've also put it in nice cream. This is like a favourite for both of us. Pandan flavouring. Leo's made a pandan flan, which is fun to say and to eat. I've made it into chia pudding. Pandan is a favourite. And this random bottle of pasta sauce is in this side of the cupboard. I think it's just been pushed over by everything else, but that is now going to be repatriated to the other side. So there you go. This is part 3 of what's in the kitchen. There is more to come. There are 2 more cupboards to go. So don't forget to subscribe and you will see that soon.